What's up, traders? Welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard trading coach who will be doing a live trading session, live analysis, and live discussion. So after the FOMC, we have seen that there is a very clear trending direction in the market, and in the trending direction, we had an incredible trading session yesterday. You have seen that. Now I would like to have some more trading coming up along the way. Now before I begin this session, make sure that you like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. You can ask any question using the live chat option available for you on your right. You can use that, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you are not missing out anything that we are releasing every single day. So let's look at now today where the market is heading. If we look at I was looking at gold in the 1 hour chart. We have seen that there is significant rejection from the top, and this movement we saw that on gold, which to be a fake move from a big head and shoulder, and the market now breaking this support level. I will be looking at first of all daily chart to see how the market is doing. Now if we look at the daily chart, what we see that from the daily perspective here on gold, this is the daily candle, which is a long wick daily candle, and with this long wick daily candle, what we see that this is a big long wick candle, and in that candle there is a doji on the daily perspective. What we have seen that the price already has broken all this support level, and the price below the daily 20 EMA. What we can expect in that zone for the price, if you look at the weekly also higher time frame, you will see the price already has come down well below this level. And what I think that with that breakdown, we can expect another rejection again. If we look at the previous weekly lower week, this is the lower week, and I want to put a level here that we can expect for potential rejection. So these are the weekly support level, 50% and the low. And from the monthly, we see that this is the zone that where we previously have seen the price had a rejection. Now the daily chart, if we look at, in that zone was creating series of lower high with a long wick candle. The price again coming down to this, this is the weekly 50% and also the daily support and also the monthly support. Now looking at the intraday perspective, what we see that from the lower time frame perspective, from intraday, we see a massive head and shoulder has formed with a long bearish candle. So the price is still maintaining some downside momentum in that area. I was expecting for the price to have a bounce, but it didn't. So I'm not on that trade, any kind of long trade, because as the price didn't bounce, so that means that the buyers are not strong enough for this push, and therefore we could see a deeper drop, and that drop could make gold to drop down, could bring gold to this support level. All right, so and looking at the on the 1 hour chart, here I was waiting for a liquidity trigger. We saw that from the 1 hour the bulls were not strong enough. We have seen a narrower bullish candle followed by a doji. The bulls couldn't create a new higher high. Instead, we see that the market we could see that with that with this 10 and 20 EMA, the price currently trying to maintain this local downtrend, because it formed this big head and shoulder. Right? So we could see that this market may drop back to the support level. So the pattern that we see on the 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and on the 1 hour chart, which is potentially bearish, even on the 5 minutes. And I will be waiting for a sell opportunity as soon as we will find that on gold. And let me know what's your opinion in this market, which way you think that gold is gonna be heading. And any question, don't hesitate to ask me using the live chat, guys. I hope that you're enjoying this live session. I would appreciate your support to the channel by giving a like and also by subscribing to the channel. Greeting, thank you very much. Good evening. And the market was bearish, not bullish on 1948. Yeah, absolutely. We see that, sir. Hope you good. Nasdaq, please. Good afternoon, coach. How are you? I'm good. Thank you very much. Mark, morning. Natalie, how are you? Very good. DXY is very bullish, and BOE has announced not to rise interest rate. Fed hiked yesterday, so a lot of strength on US dollar. That's why gold bearish. Yes, this is what it is. They normally move, DXY move in the direction, okay, or opposite of always. So because they are traded against each other, we see this is where was predicted in that way. 1960 to 1911. I think below 1931. Okay, very good. Ajaya, hello sir. Hello coach, how are you? I'm good, thank you very much. Hello sir, back after taking 2 days break. Mugda, yeah, that's good. Sometime you need to take a break. How to go the fear in trading? Okay, very good question, very relevant question, that how to deal with the fear or go with the fear in trading, and we'll be discuss in depth on that point as well. So before that, so we see that gold is showing bearish. Now from this movement on gold, we can predict other instruments such as Gbpusd as well. Now looking at Gbpusd, and because there is a let's see the tomorrow's situation with the upcoming news calendar. Now if you look at here on calendar, we see that dollar, so there is a news coming up, dollar in 15 minutes. So that's gonna give us some boost on the market. So GBP already been released, so Gbpusd getting very important pair. We'll have back-to-back 2 news coming up, and so Gbpusd, and we see that JPY tomorrow. That's why we see all the JPY pairs getting very volatile, and tomorrow also GBP. So GBP, JPY, Euro dollar, Euro USD, GBP USD, all of them very, very important today. So looking at GU, let's look at the 4-hour and daily. First of all, now GBP USD, we saw that after breaking this high, there is a drop on GU. So today's news has given Gbpusd very strong momentum for further drop. Now this move yesterday crossing this high above this 20 EMA, we saw that Gbpusd from this resistance line had a breakdown followed by a couple of dodges here, and we see that Gbpusd coming back down again Now with that drop on Gbpusd, what I think that the market might go up for a bit more pullback and then continuation to the downside. If we look at the weekly on Gbpusd, we see that the market already has broken this weekly support level, and also from the monthly as well we see that there is a breakdown, and from the daily as well we see that there is a breakdown, and from the intraday perspective we can see that Gbpusd is coming down to create a new lower low. So in that downtrending market structure, what we can expect for the price, I think that in that area for this level, I want to see that with the news a bit more deeper pullback, that will give us suitable entry opportunity in all of them. So look at here, we can see that the market, here we see potentially showing some downside momentum, and we'll look for some liquidity grab, which is the most important part. Right, so you see that there is also in gold it is showing us sharply bearish with the upcoming news, and Gbpusd also showing sharply bearish. We might see that the market is keep dropping, but any kind of pullback with the news, with any kind of breaking against the trend will give us suitable entry in all of them. All right, so especially break of this high on Gbpusd will give us suitable entry opportunity on Gbpusd. We look at, and I will be waiting for an entry in break of any of this high. There is a probability for upside during the news as spike will give us an entry opportunity, because we need to see the market in fact gathered enough liquidity before we enter, right? The market will give you an entry opportunity, all right, in any time we see that gold, euro, dollar, Gbpusd. The only thing that we need to make sure is that patience. All right, patience is the key to be profitable as a trader. Now I had a question also before in that zone. Let's discuss that as well. I see that everyone is here. Thank you for joining. It feels good to that all of you are very dedicated in trading. Hello Coach DXY. On the daily, I haven't had a bottom week. All right, gold has had such a big dump. Okay, I would be surprised if the employment, okay, yeah. So the way this market is trending, which is very high probability that we could see the downside momentum keep, the prices keep dropping. AUD USD have a good volume in NY session. Okay, we'll be looking at Tukaram. Market is bearish. Okay, and short position below. Okay, Gbpusd, good afternoon. How do you always know when gold is going? Dalson, okay, very good question. Turn on coach, how do you always know when gold is going pull back to grab some liquidity and then moving on a different direction? Okay, so very good question. I will discuss that. All right, so this is my main goal, what I have seen, convey to you. Kinga, have a wonderful day. Coach US30, yes, absolutely Kinga, you are welcome. Ban, the RSI shows downside momentum. Gbpusd, yes, Gbpusd is a downtrending market, so definitely we should see that all the indicators should be showing that potential downside, but for an entry we need to see when the market drops very aggressively or rise very aggressively, in the middle, it's not a good idea to enter. Definitely one must have specific way to enter the trade. This is called a strategy. The rules and everything should be somewhere. It will guide you which way to enter, when to enter. So with that being said, let's look at 10 minutes remaining for the news up, and I want you guys to predict the market also. Let me know which way you think that gold is heading. All right, so gold, we see already there is a significant drop that's showing bearish. Do you think that it's gonna reverse from that level? Euro dollar also, we see that drop. Any kind of, as I mentioned, any kind of break to the upside will give us potentially entry opportunity. All right, so let's see how it is doing, and I will be also looking to see where we can find an entry. Now in the meantime, I have got quite a few questions, so let's quickly look at that as well. All right, so let me see, where is the entry? Okay, so we look at here, that you guys can see me. Okay, so euro dollar, you can see after breaking the high, it's coming down for a drop on euro dollar as well. So I had a question, that's a very good question, isn't it? Because in fact we always striving to find the best strategy, best technical pattern, best trade. But what about this question, that who asked this question? Look at that. Okay. Morning, thank you very much. Okay, so Dexter, sir, how to go the fear in trading? How to go the fear? So you mean that how to overcome the fear in trading? All right, so euro dollar, guys, in all of them, what I see that as the euro news is coming, what I see that from the daily, there is see that this daily candle is a very sharp bearish candle, followed by today. So far we have seen a drop. Now during the news, if the price goes up to give us suitable pullback, already this candle closing in 35 minutes, it might even drop further to the downside. Right now, if it goes up, that will give us with the news, if it goes to the upside for a spike, will give us a suitable entry opportunity. All right, so any instrument giving us an entry, we will be looking to enter. All right, so now how about the other pairs that also giving trading opportunity? We'll be looking at all of them. Now this question that you can see on the screen, how about the fear of trading? Now you know that this is a very, very fundamental question that I really like to address, is because as a matter of fact, we don't want to say that this is the fear also affecting the trading. We more like to say that, okay, it's not the fear, it's the market or this. But in fact, it's a big I can say that it's a big deal, that having a fear in trading, and which is, first of all, anything you want to master, first of all you need to know that it exists. So we have 4 minutes to go for the news, guys. Make a prediction. Now for the fear, how do you deal with that? Why does this come? First of all, if you look at the very, very fundamental perspective on this, is imagine that there is a little child, all right, crawling on the corridor, very little, let's say 2-year-old or maybe less than this, when the kids started to crawl. And if you don't put a railing on that corridor, what will happen? The children will crawl and crawl and crawl and crawl and crawl and keep doing, right? Now, do an adult will do that? No, because adult will fear, right? Will fear that he'll fall down. But this 1 or 2 year kid doesn't have that fear. Now, how does this happen? Why that children doesn't have a fear, but we have a fear, right, as an adult? So this is where everything happens, right? The intensity of fear will depend on the intensity of the meaning and meaning we put behind that. Now, the paradox is that the stronger the fear, the difficult to achieve it, anything, because it creates a resistance, So let's say if your emotion is very strong in terms of fear, whatever you are fearing, that will be very difficult for you to achieve. This is the matter of fact. Then how do you, in fact, overcome that? Is there's only one way you can overcome it. Anything, any kind of fear, is to face it. Now, how do you face it? This is the question, right? So facing is like, see, I want to look at it in a bit different way. Imagine that you are in a dark room, right? A room is very dark. Now, how do you remove the darkness from the room? Will you take a shovel and just, take that darkness out of the room with the shovel? How do you remove the darkness from the room? Just open the window and it will automatically disappear by itself, right? Fear is like that. Any kind of fear that you have, you just need to open the door. How do you open the door? First of all, let's say you have a fear. In terms of trading, we are talking about everyone have fear. We human are fear, it's the fundamental characteristics of human being. Everyone has that. But now in terms of trading, because of that reason, we tend to lose money in trading, right? Because of that fear. Now, how do you overcome it? The only way you can overcome is by creating an awareness of that fear. This is how only one can overcome it. Only the way you can overcome it, by creating an awareness. So, for example, okay, we see that news coming up, and then we'll come back to that point. Let's find out what's happening in the market, and then we'll be jumping on that again. So let me see that gold. Okay, so the euro dollar also, I want to see that it's gonna push up, giving us an entry. So euro dollar, and along with Gbpusd also. So GJ also had a very sharp drop. Gold. So it's in the middle of a trend. You can see the 15 minutes has formed a doji, and selling from this zone is very hard for you until you see that it has gone back up, gathered all that liquidity. Now, if we look at the Forex factory, So also came out to be in favorable of DXY. So 201K, which is quite a big difference in terms of unemployment claim. So unemployment claims is what we see that the market has, has done very well in that area. So you see that unemployment claims to be very good for DXY. So that could lead gold to be still bearish. All right. So any kind of now pullback will appreciate it, isn't it? And then we can look for entry opportunity as soon as you will find that. Now, let me see that euro dollar. Okay, euro dollar from the intraday. There is a potential. This is a very, very sharp rejection from the top. Right? So today so far we have seen that there is a significant drop that I can say on gold, and with that significant drop we can look for I'm not gonna buy at the moment, neither sell. We need to find suitable entry. The trend is very sharply down, so I will be, the directional bias is still bearish, right? Because what is falling is likely to fall. That's the law of trading. How many of you are not sure about the law of trading? So it's very important that you grasp that concept. I know that many of you are thinking to buy, but I always look for sell when I see that the market is trending. Oh, coach, tell what's the trading community mean? I'm very beginner. Please tell. Okay, so trading community means that the community that loves trading. All right, like you, me together, we are a trading community, right? So very simple. Trading community means that who loves trading. And when you come to us in Forex Trading Wizard Academy, basically you are signing up to be a part of a trading community. It's like what I can say that it's a supportive mentality. All right. So because I love trading. All right. So and you love trading, we support each other, right? And if you like that, so or also make sure that you support the channel by smashing the like button and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't done yet. I hope that you're enjoying the live session. Definitely we do open quite a few trades in this live session as well, so you can make sure you stick till around. And in the meantime, if you are looking to join regulated broker, also you can join the broker that I'm using, the link given in the live chat below this video, and also I can give you a link in the live chat. You can use that if you want to sign up with a regulated broker. Any question, don't hesitate to ask. So now let's quickly look at here on gold. Is still the sharp trend is down, but this is a very falling market. I just need to see that it has gone back up for a deeper pullback. Then only I can look for selling opportunity. All right, so Benjamin, like you said, gold has been down for a while, expecting a liquidity grab. Yes, so this is where this is where I mostly focus on. So the way I got every day I talk to many traders who in the beginner stage or in the intermediate stage. So what I found that everyone core inside, there is only one passion. Like you have the same passion, I had the same passion, is to be an independent, professional, profitable trader. Do you have that passion, that to be an independent, professional, profitable trader, right? So this is the, I think that this is the main goal of every trader, to be, couple of words that very important. Independent means that you don't need to depend on anyone. Professional, that means that you are a pro trader. Profitable, the consistently profitable trader, which is very, very important. You have that drive and passion. Now if you are really on that journey, then keep in mind that profitable trader, right, uses some kind of set of mindset that tell them that when to enter, when to buy, when to sell. For example, this market that you see, when I look at the market, what do I look at in that market? The first thing that I ask myself, number one question that I ask myself when I look at the chart is, what is the trend in the market? All right, what is the trend? Keep in mind, guys, this is the most important question that you need to ask. All right, so you got that right lesson. What is the trend in the market? This is the first thing that I look at, ask myself very clearly. So there are two kinds of trend you can find in the market. Is the base time frame, the time frame that you are trading. There's another time frame, the higher time frame, the multi time frame. Also you need to look at the trend in that time frame. So what is the trend in that market? Secondly, where is the liquidity? Because when the market is trend, you know the direction in the market, right? Now once you know the direction, is not that all, right? You need an entry opportunity, and to find the entry opportunity, I use the two most important criteria in addition to the trend. Is the market structure, is the trend, price action, and liquidity. Now price action is the visual representation of the buyers and sellers activities in the market that will be shown by the candlestick pattern, support and resistance. And the liquidity is where the unseen part of the chart, like means that you can't see, but there is something on the beyond, on the behind the scene, that you need to understand to find the entry opportunity, which is the smart money trading system. The smart money trade based on liquidity. Now if you are trading like a retail trader, not gonna work, okay? Because retail trader lose money, and you are a retail trader, but you need to trade like a big boss, like the institutional trader. And this is what here you will find. When you look at the liquidity, you know that where is the liquidity, and then to enter from that zone. All right, and this is where it comes down to having a set of rules, which is very important. Now if this is what I was talking about. So this is where you need to focus on removing everything, right? Like this, you need to remove everything, focus on the real thing, real structure, and then find a trading opportunity. All right, so this is where it comes down to, if you are if you are in our academy, also you'll find all the things that I'm talking about in the dashboard, and also you can learn all of them as well in a step-by-step guidance. If you want to join us, also you can join. The link below this video in the description area, the link on the website. I can give you the link also in the live chat. In addition to this live session, that once you are on that journey in that board, then it becomes, I would definitely say that it will be much easier for you to follow the steps. And so I have given the link in the live chat, and also I have pinned that link at the top of the chat. So once you are on the website, you can click join now button. then you can join us, where you will be able to learn all the strategy that I am using. And also I share all my trade, including entry, stop loss, and take profit target with in a private group where you can see. And also I do after the trade, you see the commentary, why I have opened the trade, and you can see the strategy and then compare them, so that you can replicate that in your trading strategy. That will give you the real trading environment. See, there is a big what I can say, that misconception or misunderstanding among everything. See, when we I'll tell you something that will make you very uncomfortable. See, when I started to try to start my trading, I wanted to always to be creative, okay? And I want to start a business. I want to be creative, right? Everyone thinking that way. I know that everyone wants to be creative, all right? We want to create a unique way. We want to trade unique way. This is where the mistakes happen, all right? This is the mistake. You cannot be creative. This is the real education that no one is gonna tell you. If you think that you want to be a creative and you want to do your unique way, that means that you're not gonna do anything. The real way to be successful is something. See, there is a book from Robert, all right? So you need to fuse two minds together, to part of the brain to do something. See, the first day you have born in this world, all right, what did you saw? Everything is blurry. Whatever you saw outside is blurry. Tree, bed, people, mommy, daddy, everything is blurry. You don't know anything. First thing you did, like everyone, is did mimic, right? First thing a child do is mimicking. So what they do, they look at their mother's face and father's face and try to understand what they are saying, and they start to mimic. This is the real secret of doing any business or doing anything. You need to mimic, and then you need to mix it for your own flavor. And that's the book that I was talking about that. So, to do anything, find an ideal, all right? Find someone that knows it. Not only in trading, anything you want to do, I'll give you the real secret today. Find an ideal, okay? Any business you want to do, any job, anything. Find first of all ideal that you can copy. Doesn't mean that you copy him like that, who you can mimic, and then mimic that person, mimic that idea, mimic that piece, and then do everything that they are doing. Don't be creative, okay? And then be creative. So once you master, once you became that thing that you are mimicking, and then you need to use your own flavor to make it unique. And then from day one, if you try to be creative, is out of 1 in 1 million might be successful, but it's not gonna happen. So this is the real thing that you need to understand, which is exactly in trading. All right, so find a better strategy that is proven, back tested, and then mimic it exactly what the rules said. Do it, and then repeat it over and over again, and then you started to see something different in the market, and then you'll do that. This is what exactly I did, okay? When I begin, I'm not understanding anything, all right? And then I started to lose, and then I realized that actually what I'm doing is I'm trying to be creative. And then I started to follow the strategy that others are doing, mentors are doing, and then I understood that actually what I can do in that way. All right, so this is what I added my own flavor in the strategy, and then slowly I created my own strategy when it comes to the time that you see time. So this is how you need to be, step by step for bigger picture. I hope that you understood it. Make sure that you stick till around. There are more things coming up here for all of you guys, and also join the free Telegram channel and free Discord, link below this video. Join both of them, Telegram as well as Discord group, free Discord group. There will be a lot of educational content is there to help you in your trading, and that will enrich you as a trader. So both of the link you find, if you go to below this video in the description, you can find all of them. Keep watching. Goals and news coming close. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. After news, after news, what will be the good entry point for gold? I don't. The gold is bearish still. It's still bearish, and it's trending very aggressively. So we'll be looking to enter sell opportunity at the moment. Tell us more stories. Yes, very good. Thank you. We talk a lot and we'll talk more. Ben, 1 minute to news. Yes, Simon, good day, coach. 10 seconds coming news. Yes, buy for gold. Yep. You're right, coach. Everything. Yes, absolutely. Copy. Yeah, thank you. I would really like to know your opinion about Gbpusd. Yes, so let's quickly look at GJ as well before the candle close. Let me look at the GJ and other pairs, how they are doing. Now, looking at Gbpusd, what you see here on, there is a significant drop today on GJ because JPY news coming up tomorrow. We saw that it's strengthening on JPY and Gbpusd. Ultimately, if you look at the monthly, this market structure is breaking down from the monthly. Why do I look at the monthly? Because monthly, weekly will give you a clear direction in the market, removing all the noise from the lower time frame. Now, if we look at Gbpusd, what do we see that in that area on GJ? This is the monthly price section, and in that monthly price section on GJ, the price created a lower high, and with that lower high creation, the price currently, with that movement, the price currently almost near the support level on the monthly, and I think that GJ might drop down further to create a new lower low. Now, if we look at this market structure so far, starting with this candle, you see that there's something that always, whenever you see there is an unusual situation, there will be some movement. Starting with this one here, what we saw, every month the price is creating series of higher low, and for the first time the price is likely to break the monthly low, which is the monthly support level. And with that monthly support, what I think that GJ may break the low to create a new lower low, and that break could give Gbpusd potential upside momentum. All right, so if we look at here on this level, this is a swing low here, 180.42. Price approaching that level, and I think that GJ might break the low, and then we could see that this market is heading to the upside again, as you see that this market is trending. Now, looking at this one here, this is a channel in that area on GJ, and in that channel, this is the daily chart. What we could see that the market, this is the daily chart, we could see potentially coming down further on GJ. So from the 4-hour perspective, here what we see that this is from this channel we see that breakdown, and this is a support level. If we look at here, it's swing low, which is a very, very important support level on GJ, and high probability that we could see with that movement the price will try to break the low. Now 1 hour chart, if you look at, you see that this is a here wickless candle. It's a very strong level of resistance, and the price again showing very sharp drop. This zone is where big drop, any kind of break of this high will give me potential entry opportunity on GJ. So this resistance and from this zone to this level is where my entry point. If you look at the 15 minutes, any kind of break of the high will give us selling opportunity. If the price managed to break the high, and we'll be looking to sell GJ, which is showing potentially bearish. So let me see from 5 minutes as well. The market here, we can expect for the price to have from this level to have a drop, and I will be waiting for the price to grab liquidity and then to give me the potential entry opportunity. All right, so pound on gold buy. Okay, all right, very nice, thank you MP, you're welcome. Called the full movie. Awesome. Euro dollar. All right, cool. So let's see now on GJ, we see that movement. Now if we look at gold, going back to gold again, we see that this market is trending sharply, and in that trending market we need to see that liquidity trigger. Still there isn't enough entry for me. As soon as it will appear, we will be looking to enter. All right, and also guys, let me know which one you are looking at. Let me see. Okay, Aussie yen, we see that all the yen pairs currently very, very highly bearish. So before the 4-hour close, I want to see I'll just quickly look at all of them to see with the news, with the 4-hour close, how the market is trying to do. CHFJPY, there is any swing trading opportunity. Euro CAD, still not there. Eurojpy, along with the GJ, we see that there's weakness on euro as well. Okay, so euro dollar is going up for a pullback. Now we see that pullback coming up on dollar pairs. Now what I want to see that with this candle close, the price to go back up or stronger pullback, stronger liquidity grab, and that can give us an entry. And euro dollar, I want to see that the market has gone back up, which is possible to go back up to test this level and then to jump back down again, which is, if you look at the daily, we can see that breaking the in today's high will be a very good place for potential selling on euro dollar. Okay, so you can see the price is now trying to break to the upside. So euro dollar, any break of the high will be selling on euro dollar. All right, so you see there are some pullback coming, like all of them. Gbpusd, there is a massive pullback, and then it's a very sharply false breakout here. So in all of them there is a very sharp liquidity trigger here. Dollar yen, it's not in a zone that we can look at. Okay, so we see that in all of them, GBPJPY is trying to break the high. If it goes back up, especially from the 1 hour chart, we'll look for selling. All right, so let's keep eye on GJ. Gold is already has made significant move, and so dollar CAD also, with this double bottom had a breakout. Now we can expect for the price to come down to test this level. So we can expect now short-term upside on all of them. Gold also has dropped well below this level. So let's see if we can find a short-term bullish opportunity on gold in this time frame. All right, so there is a probability for an upside on all of them because the market already has made significant movement from the daily. Very sharp drop. Now this is a previous daily high. All right, so we saw this is the weekly support here, weekly, daily. So this is the daily resistance, which is turning support. If gold managed to drop to this level, okay, so if we see that gold has given us an entry here, we can look for buying opportunity. Let me see. What do you think, guys? you look at here, this 630, so we can expect some short-term movement. Okay, so here there is a short-term probability for gold to go at least 1920 level. So, okay, I will go long from here. I will target up to 1920, which is a bit less risk to reward, but 1920, 21.50 level. Okay, so I know that it's a low risk to reward, but I want to take the certainty rather than the this one here. So I will be looking at stop loss at 19.80, take profit at 1921.54%. Trade and do the same here. Stop loss 1% risk only. TP at 1921.4. And I'll be sending the same trade to the babies. Okay, so here I'll be using the probability rather than the certainty, and I'll let you know guys what I'm doing with my trade. Now here if we look at the 15 minutes from the daily, the price has dropped well below. We can expect an upside bias before the candle close. The price already has made so far significant movement, and we are using this probability to for this upside momentum before the candle close in that zone. All right, so we look at the 5 minutes. So probably you guys have got a better price. My price at 1917.75. One, the other one is 1917.58. So you see, and here let me see if we see that the market is actually sharply dropping. So on the weekly, if we look at, yeah, there is a sharp drop and a significant drop. It wasn't so before this pause, it didn't. Let's see that the market um, let's find out what it's gonna do. The trend is very strong. This time we're not gonna. That's a big drop. A little bit out of the trade. Has broken all this low. If you look at the 8-year perspective, this market is extremely overextended, and let's find out. So you might see this one may not be working out well. Might break further downside. Okay. Before the 4-hour close, I expected a deeper pullback. Okay, so looks like it's gonna. So we look at the daily. It is extremely overextended. It will go up for that pullback, all right? Either it might take us or it might not take us. It should go up for a pullback at the moment. It's very extremely overextended. Let me see how far. Okay, now this 4-hour, yeah, this 15 minutes, this one is closing. We want to see this close as a doji. Okay, because it, all right, so still expecting to have a bounce, because yeah, this is trying to do that because there is a daily close that, you know, the from the daily perspective the market is extremely overextended. All right, so we can, this is the main reason that I am on that. Now this doji that I want to see that closing as a red candle. Want to see the green candle and then the next one, but you know, the seller is still showing some kind of attempt, right? So here 4-hour close, one hour, it has broken all the kind of support level, and so we might see that ultimately where we expected it didn't do that, but let's find out how far it's going. So here we need to see that now this 5 minutes, and then if we see that the market created an upside bias, this is what the main reason that market to go up to 1920 level, you know, unless Okay, so this is what we need here. As the market already from the daily, we see that there is a very significant drop in that level, and from we look at the overall daily movement, that the ATR perspective. Here yesterday whole day long there was one, around 19 points, so around one 191 pip movement yesterday alone. Now today so far from 8-year perspective is almost touched today yesterday's, almost equal, around 176 pip move already happened. So today's perspective we should see that pullback. That's what we are trading, the pullback. And let me know guys, how are you doing? So this one might from 15 minutes, yeah, looks like that we might see that ultimately further drop. So didn't do as expected. Now this 1 hour candle, if it is not being able to break the low, so here trying to break the high, which is still possible to move up, because from the from trending perspective, so this market here is the thing that there is the liquidity zone is here also. One probability is that to have done to have another drop rejecting from this level, which is also possible. I want to see that it's getting rejected, because if it gets rejected it will have a sharp bounce because of the timing, as the 4-hour close coming. I mean, to form a very narrow dojis, that's where the bulls get slowly exhausted, the bears. Okay, now this 15 minutes trying to break the high which is needed. Now if this one is maintaining like that, a bullish candle to the upside to this level will give us what we need. What's happening now? Okay, so I'll give a shout out what I'm doing with the trade as soon as I do, just to give you guys an idea. Now here, if it is reversing, then looking at the daily, So we might see again going back up to at least to the daily 20 EMA zone. This is what I'm expecting on that, to go back up to have a retest. So from the weekly, which is the weekly resistance line, I've come back to my entry point. So here we see some predictable bias. Okay guys, so I'm nearly entering to my profit zone. Still not there. Okay, so if this 5 minutes is crucial, I want to see that one. So this is a kind of reversal here from short-term perspective. Before the daily close, I want to see that it's gonna break out going to 1920 zone, and this is where we can take some profit. We managed to reach that far, which is also a probability. Okay, here this is what I expected, that from the 15-minute zone to have a bounce. Now this is you see the daily, because daily movement has well dropped, there is a probability now have a bounce before the candle close on the 4-hour and other time frame. And the liquidity is above 1922 level. Okay, so we are going to the zone that we expected. See, this is what I called fourth dimensional trading. So what is a fourth dimensional trading? So fourth dimensional trading is that you can see the market structure, you can see the price action, and sometimes you can predict or understand the liquidity. But also that's not it. There's one more component to it, is what I called the timing. All right, so which is what I call the fourth dimension. So the 3-dimension market structure, liquidity, and price action, but there is one more component to it, which is the timing. All right, so timing will be, so timing normally, this is what I will also explain to you guys who are on the, because there is a lot of things happening here, and we are also planning for some kind of Zoom classes coming up for all of you, for in addition to the live session. I'll be explaining on that Zoom classes. For those who are on the VIP, will be able to access that Zoom classes, where I will be explaining how to understand the timing. You see, the timing is very, very important, because it's not all about market structure, liquidity, and price action. In addition to that, you need to understand the timing also, like in what context this market is about to reverse. And that timing you cannot backtest. This is the main thing. Why? Because if you look at this chart here, you can understand the candlestick pattern, you can understand everything, but you don't know what context this candle has formed. Can you tell me what context this candle formed? Is this candle just before the 4-hour close, before the daily close, or before the news, or just after the 4-hour close? So this context is super important to predict the market. It's kind of predicting the future without knowing anything. And that's why it comes down to Forex Trading Wizard Academy. I recommend you to join today. It's not that I'm trying to tell you that this is why you should join. There is a really huge value here to take from, and that will change your trading completely. For those everyday hundreds of thousands of traders changing their trading here in Forex Trading Wizard Academy, smash the like button now and also hit that subscribe button. I'm almost nearing my entry point, and yeah, we can expect that upside. I'm expecting that upside. Let me see. I want to take some profit on that trade, at least some part of it. But the way I see the potential for further upside, it might go back up to even 19, 25, 26 level. If you look at the daily, the market is well overextended from the daily, and there is a probability for a pullback to the upside from the daily, at least to daily 20 MA that I'm expecting. So that should give us some good movement to the upside for a strong liquidity trigger. So here I want to see that it's getting very sharply rejected to the upside, which is very important for us. And this 15 minutes, the one that has closed, is very important because that's where we see this double bottom formation. All right, so that double bottom should give us some upside bias to gather liquidity from this 1922 zone. All right, so let's hold on to it. All right, let's hold on to it and let's catch some peep like every day we do in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is where complete understanding of everything. All right, guys. Make sure you join the free Telegram and free Discord group. And I really need a big like, guys. I need, I see that 227 is watching. I need 228 likes. All right. So one more than who are watching here. So make sure you smash it and also subscribe to the channel. Press that bell button if you haven't done yet. And, more things that to do is, if you are trading, then I always recommend to trade with a regulated broker. I have given a link in the description area for the regulated broker, and also I have shared a link in the live chat. You can use that link to register and to start trading with a regulated broker. So here we see that the market is forming a structure which is now in a very crucial zone from this level. Either we could see that further breakdown or continuation to the upside for at least for a short-term movement. Let me see, from 1 hour we see that there is a, so there is, let me see the 30 minutes candle, how it formed a green rejection. Let's see that. Okay, here is the point to see. Right, so from 30 minutes and from 15 minutes. So here's the thing, here I want to see that it's carrying to the upside. Okay, so it needs to break to the upside, and then we can expect it for an upside bias here. There is a point. So didn't, still not performing the up to the mark, maintaining seasonal lower high. Is another chance of drop. Yeah, there is a probability for a bounce from this level. There is a probability, but the thing is that it might have some more liquidity, especially from 1912, and then could bounce, or it might just straight bounce from here. Now if this 1 hour, if we can force it to close like that, even as a doji, we can expect for the price to make an upside movement from this level. That might take us to 1922 level, right? So 4 hour close coming up, which is also before 4 hour. This candle on the 4 hour, which is a very long bearish candle. All right, so the bears is still respecting this level. Very, very crucial. Are you guys excited about this trade? Let me see what it's gonna do. It's not doing up to the mark. Sellers is still showing a little more pressure. Right? If it fails to do that, okay. So here is still trying to there's a big battle happening here. Okay, here is the point. We need to see that it's gonna break to the upside, guys. It's trying to break, which is needed. Very good, cool, thank you for that. Awesome, very good. Entered. Okay, 4 hour. Cool. Overall goals. Okay. Yeah, gold is trying to break the high. It's gonna break. it needs to break the high to give us that. Nasdaq, yeah, absolutely. Shall we take good evening, coach. Good evening. I wish you happy peaceful day. Yeah, absolutely. Family Lauda Jackson, just join the session. You're welcome. He's struggling. Shouldn't struggle that way, but it's trying to penetrate to the upside. Okay, here. Looking at the daily, I'm really surprised with this price action here on the daily. It is a sharply market dropped well below this level. So there is a significant drop so far, and there is it is forming that reversal pattern here. Okay, so it might make a long week candle, and then we can expect that upside. So yeah, we are nearing our entry. Yep, let me bring that. So one of my entry is 58. Okay, here is the this 5 minutes looks like that it's gonna break to the upside. Now candle in a very, very crucial level. For our closing and 1 hour. Okay, so 1 hour, this is a very important candle on the 1 hour. All right, so if it is breaking to the upside on the 1 hour, that should take the price some more upside if it's gonna break that, which is we see that the market, yeah, it's gonna break to the upside, guys. All right, so we are nearing there, and then we'll be looking at other pairs as well. Let's first let the gold to give us the some pips. And all right, so you see that I'm entering into my TP. I'm entered in the profit zone. So because it's the trade, okay, so let me see how it is performing this candle. This is the 15 minutes candle, which is forming doji. Now this is where the market Okay guys, so an upside bias is expected from here due to the timing. Yeah, we entered that profit zone. Okay, so because this trade is little bit of delayed to go to the TP, we could see, let me see what we will be doing with that. There is a liquidity zone. When it reverses, it takes a lot of turn and twist, because it needs to go against the trend. This is where the things happen now. Here from this doji, this 5 minutes closing like that is not expected. So I want to see that this one is closing as a bullish candle instead of red candle. Like this, as a bullish candle. So whenever it is trying to be bullish, the bears trying to push that down. Okay, we see some upside bias which is needed. Okay, so I've entered in the profit zone. So I will give you now a shout out what I'll do, because if we see that the market is not being able to make a significant effort for this big move, we'll be just taking profit, whatever happening. Now it's making some effort, which is very good, and let it push up. Let's see, 15 minutes and 1 hour, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. Okay, upside. So I'll make both of this trade ready for any kind of execution. We see that the market is actually just gathering liquidity, then we'll just go out of the trade, at entry or with little profit or no profit, because ultimately not looking very impressive. Let me see. So 1 hour, Okay, so we entered the profit zone again. The question is how far we will be looking at this to move up. Okay, so the price action from 5 minutes is not looking very good. Not looking very good. To see that break to the upside. Okay, so this is a look at the 1 hour close. Very nearly is closing as a doji, and from 30 minutes also doji, from 15 minutes. Okay, so here I want to see that it's gonna break to the upside. Here is the last thing that we can look at this candle. This one should be breaking to the upside if it is a bullish. If it is this 15 minutes not being able to break to the upside, then we will be closing at entry, break even, or little in drawdown, but it's fine. Yeah, that's what we need here. A very sharp boom to the upside. Yeah, so we need a little bit of profit. It doesn't look very good, guys, to me. All right, so I might closing out the trade in this situation. It doesn't look very good to me, so I'm out of the trade in this situation. All right, so it might come down. All right, so I'm out of the trade in this situation. It doesn't look very good. It might drop further, so I'm out with little drawdown, not much, little bit, less than point, so around point, less than 0.25%. We might see the downside. All right, I'm out of the trade with so we might instead could see that further drop possible. Okay, so I'm out of the trade with little bit of downside, but which is less than 0.25%, and if we find another entry, we'll be entering again. All right, so let's see where we can find the next opportunity. Let me see how it goes. We will be here. It's gathered liquidity from the top. Okay, so you might see that the price is coming down again. So let me see what else we have in other instrument. Did that. Let me see what. So Aussie yen, we see that there's a sharp drop. Aussie yen, if we look at the 1 hour, yeah, so we see that there is a bearish pattern on Aussie yen from very sharply bearish at JPY. We see JPY pairs up. So GJ in fact has gone back up, tested this level, and then trying to drop again. So GBP JPY on that liquidity zone, so it might break the high again. GJ 181.65 level, and then could see that coming down again. So CHF JPY, we'll look at the 1 hour chart. Euro AUD seems to be showing very strongly bullish. Okay, so AUD USD, so we see that there is a very high probability for most of the USD pairs. If we look at euro dollar also, so euro dollar has gone back up well above, has broken all this high, tested this level as we expected, and now we see the market is trying to break to the downside again. So for me, what I think that euro dollar may break even the high here. Okay, so this 1 hour candle is potentially, it is possible for euro dollar to have another bounce, break the 1.0664 level, and then to drop, which is possible for euro dollar. All right, so in CT USD also, so all of them we see that on along with the gold, which is sharply bearish. All right, as I mentioned that it's 30 minutes now, gold 30 minutes from a selling opportunity instead of buying here. Let me see. So it formed a selling opportunity in that area. So back to back two bearish candle. Look at the weekly and daily. So the way it is dropping is very unusual. That's that much of drop in one day, less than a half day. It's quite a big drop. Okay, so that means it's gonna touch this high today. So some, okay, 4 hour close with a big long red candle. Cross the two liquidity candle, and so this is a selling candle on the 30 minutes time frame. It's gonna, that's it's ridiculous. It's ridiculously pushing higher than. right? So here breaking of this high or without breaking of this high, we might see that the market, so it's in a consolidation here, but still there is a probable, so 1 hour closed as a doji here, and it's interesting structure here. So you see this doji here, we might see just breaking this high, or they're breaking this high, we might see that the market again coming down to create any lower low. But so still more confirmation on entry buy. Okay, yeah, that's what happened. Thank you. It will only be little peep for buy, that should be pullback bearish. Wendy, yes. Yeah, sure. So here a little bit of unpredictable at the moment. Okay, what do you see that it's today's move is so far quite a lot. After we close, it's now trying to prepare an upside bias. Okay, so okay, with that on GJ, if we look at JPY, which is showing bearish, from 1 hour also bearish. So Aussie yen, so yen looks very very stronger as the news is coming tomorrow on yen. Yeah, I will be waiting for another opportunity, guys. This one, it's not okay. 1 hour CHF became very weaker because of the monetary policy that we have seen shown today, not changed anything. So CHF from looks very sharply bearish. I'll look for an entry on JPY pairs as soon as I will find that, including the GJ. We see that it's a very bearish, very sharply dropping. So any of this, any trade coming, we will be looking to enter. We see quite a this kind of market is good for trading. You can see there's a lot of volatility, and as soon as I will find that opportunity, I will be entering. Gold has given us a dodge, but it's now moving up, so we'll keep that up, and as soon as I will find an entry, I will be looking to enter again. And I strongly believe that, guys, you enjoyed this live session. All right, I will still keep waiting for an opportunity. As soon as I was said, I will get into it and I'll keep you updated. With that being said, I hope that you enjoyed this live session. Let me know if you have any question. With that being said, I will see you again tomorrow. And tomorrow, okay, very good news is that tomorrow I might be a little bit away from the live. So I will still be trading. I'll have a business conference. So tomorrow I might not come on live, guys, but I will be trading. If I'll keep you updated, I'll keep you posted. So tomorrow you guys also may go for, if you like, go for a holiday. Tomorrow is Friday, So I will have a very important meeting to have, and probably I will not be able to come on live. So you see that gold in fact has a bounce to the upside, and I'll see you on Monday and with the new updates, new trades, new upcoming sessions. So with that being said, I hope that you enjoyed this live session, and make sure you leave a like and also subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next live. Until then, stay well, stay happy. Make sure you manage your risk. Don't take a big risk on a single trade. Thank you. See you.